This is an Indonesian star named Lesti. She's going to be singing Hati Yang Kau Sakiti, which means the heart you hurt. This was requested by Mohammed Istari, and it's coming up in 30 seconds, and it's a first-time reaction. Hey, whoa. This is Matt Criscuolo coming to you up close and personal. I'm going to be doing a first-time reaction, another Indonesian star that I never heard of. So this is going to be a first-time reaction. So I'm particularly excited about that, and I hope that you enjoy this. If you're just coming to this channel, I appreciate you visiting. Consider subscribing to the channel so we can stay in touch, and please don't be late next time. And another thing I want to assure you that I'm not one of those people that doesn't wear any shorts or clothes from the waist down just because you can't see me. Anyway, let's get right to this, shall we? Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and check out the description below, because there are ways that you can be supportive to the channel if you like, because YouTube doesn't monetize most of the stuff I react to, and so your support is very helpful. Never expected, but always appreciated. So let's get right to it, shall we? Lesti, what are you all about?
나밖엔 없다며 한 약속 그런만 이제는 하지마 네가 깨버린 우리 사이 네가 이제 나도 떠난다 하면 그런 날 용서해 주겠니 네가 상처만 주는 나를 두고 너 없이 뭘 할 수 있을까 밤새 되뇌어도 너 없이 난 하기 싫어 나 주저앉게 돼 눈물이 나 그 생각에 어떻게 이렇게 잔인할 수 있는 건지 나밖에 없다던 네가 나인 그녀에게.
Wow, I love her vibrato. It gives me goosies, and I love the way she's got this delicate approach to singing. I'm a little bit partial to all the reverb that's on her voice. You know, Vanni Vabiola does the same thing. She mixes her voice with a lot of reverb. I'm partial to that. When I record my records, I put a little reverb on my sound. I like it. I think it makes it a little bit sexier. But too much, I think, takes a little bit away from the nuances in the voice and in the sound. When you remove the reverb, the sound sounds more in your face, and you could hear the breath. You could hear the rasp, the colors, the textures in the voice just a little bit more. Especially the way she's singing, where she's so delicate and she's right up on the microphone. And obviously she's lip syncing for the sake of making a video. But when she was in the recording studio, I'm positive that she was probably pretty close to the microphone, or the microphone was picking up her voice, with a high pickup, a lot of pickup. And you can certainly still hear the beautiful approach that this girl's got. So sensitive, so feminine, so beautiful, thought-provoking, makes you feel it. Just, very thoughtful, very beautiful. I like it.
이제 나도 떠난다 하면 그런 날 용서해 주겠니 네가 상처만 주는 너로 두고 너 심으랄 수 있을까 밤새된 이유도 너 없이는 하기 싫어 날 주저하게 돼 눈물이 나 그 생각에 어떻게 이렇게 잔인할 수 있는 건지 너밖에 없다던 네가 나 아닌 그녀에게 난 말이 널 보내기 이렇게 슬프게 너는 나로 떠나가지만 절대 잊으면 안 돼 너 때문에 상처
She crying? I love it. I love it. I think she's actually crying. I think that's great. I love that. When the singer gets into character and sings through a character with a story, a backstory, and it's singing to somebody on the third, what they call the third wall. I forgot the third rail. I forgot what it was called, but like you have somebody in your mind that you're singing to. I don't even know what the song's about. It's probably about lost love and suffering. Something we can all identify with, right? But I believe her is what I'm trying to say is I believe her. And you know what? She's definitely got an eye for fashion. She's got her little Gucci belt on there. You don't wear a Gucci belt and spend that kind of money if you don't have a little bit of an eye for fashion. So good for her.
너 때문에 상처받은 네 마음
I got to tell you, man, that was very, very pretty. Very pretty. The way they recorded it, maybe a little dated. Something that reminds me of like the 70s or the 80s. So what? It was still very beautiful. I admire listen, I'm a musician myself, so I have a soft spot in my heart for all musicians. I think that we should celebrate them. I'm sure you feel the same way. Without them giving us all this great art and all this great music, well, we would be, who knows what we would be doing, killing each other. I don't know what, but I don't even want to imagine a world without music. It's just a beautiful thing. So the artists and the musicians, to me, they just, they deserve to be propped up and celebrated and rewarded. It's definitely a hard road for many musicians, if not most of them, because it's hard to make a living as a musician. But if you stay positive and you are creative, I'm sure there are ways, especially with the internet. You just have to always be optimistic and you have to stay positive and you have to show up and do the work, because there are ways to make money on with music or with anything for that matter. You just got to keep pushing. You got to keep showing up. Ain't that the truth? It's a struggle. It's a fight, but there's only one way to it, and that's through it. So anyway, So I guess the name of the song is called Rossa. I don't know who, if that's the name of the artist who wrote and performed the song, or just performed it and made it famous. I never heard the song before. If you can let me know in the comments, that would be great. What else can you tell us about this wonderful lady? How about you, Mohammed Istari? Can you tell us a little something about her? I know you mentioned something about her, but if you could mention more, that would be great. I'm always excited to react to different artists, especially from Indonesia, the Philippines. I think there's something in the water over there. You guys are just kicking out all this great music and great artists, and it's refreshing to see, because obviously music brings us all together, regardless of your race, your party, your this, your that. One thing that we can all agree on is feeling music. Now, that is if you can get out of the way of identifying certain music with labels and such. I will admit that I've been a musical snob for a long time. Not so much anymore, especially after doing these reactions. I was I went to Manhattan School of Music. I studied composition. I have 7 records out. So in a way, I had a little bit of a chip on my shoulders because I said, geez, if it doesn't sound like this or that, it can't be cool. But that's just BS. And for those of you who don't know what BS is, that means bullshit. So there's either good music or bad music, and that's at least that's what Duke Ellington said. So hey guys, look, I really appreciate you tuning in. Let me know what you think about this reaction, about LESTI, about the song, about some of the things that I said. What do you think? Am I full of it or am I onto something? I'm certainly not on something, but I might be onto something. Hey, guys, I'm onto you, man. Are you onto me? Let's check this out. I don't know where this is going, but wherever it's going, I'll be there. So I hope you're going to be there with me. And look, it's nice to be important, but it's more important to be nice. And you take it easy. And if it's real easy, take it twice.